Alright, Travis Wing Goodsell here. I was helping my disabled neighbor conference talks, and on April 1996, here you see the last talk on the session. Well, it's actually before the conference, but it's a young women's session where he tells the women to stand true and faithful. Hinckley was always about faith. Faith. Strength is faithing in the church, blah, blah, blah. He never talked about testimony, not going the distance. Didn't want Mormons to go that distance. Wanted to keep them at faith. Almost finished uploading the brainwashing video. That's a specific tactic that I mentioned in that list that took 30 minutes long to explain the whole list. But this one, no. There we go. I wanted to focus on the women's clothing back in the day. Notice these two particular girls. Now, you should still be able to see my cursor. I don't understand why I'm not on my others, but there's three young women that spoke in this conference, and I'd done the video where I talked about the three women who spoke 1995 Young Women session. We'll get to them in a second here. But what's interesting is that these first two have an unusual and unique fashion style. Correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't Molly Ringwald wear this type of attire in her 1980s movies? If that's the case, it would seem that the fashion that they're promoting of these women are of the hand-me-downs from the 80s, because this is 96. So it looks like Mormons are dressing poor. They're not dressing with the trending styles of the day. But again, that's Mormons for you also. They consider the modern trends to be evil, and therefore they can't flaunt it, I guess. But the hair, it's catching up with the times, though. Interesting that the clothing is not catching up with the times, but the hair is catching up with the times. This is pretty cool with the bangs here as a personal thing. Way to go, Anne. Kristen Boyer, she's got that same pattern, that vest pattern style. This is old women's clothes, thus poor, because it's hand-me-down style. I have no idea if that was the fashion here in Utah. Utah Mormons used to tell me, especially for youth, that they were a decade behind on everything in entertainment and culture. But again, you see the hairstyles similar to Anne's with the bangs. And modest makeup. She does seem to have a base with lipstick, but she doesn't have the rouge, and it doesn't seem like too much around the eyes. She seems to have natural thick eyebrows, or eyelashes, sorry, and doesn't really need eyeliner, and eyelash liner, or whatever it's called. Then here's a cutie. There's another Anne. She's the rebel of the group. Look at her. So cute. She's got the shoulder pad outfit. Very low neckline for that day and time. As you saw, the other two ladies made sure to cover up their upper chest. She's going rebel style. And then she's got the necklace to focus on the breast area. This was before Hinckley came out and told women not to wear any adornments. Oh, looks like the other video is processed. Just going to click publish here. Get this done and out of the way. Sign out. And exit out. Okay, I'm back. So this little cutie has also got the crimped hair. I believe the crimper came out around this time, didn't it? You can see the crimping layers in her curls. Too much curl for my desire, but still a cutie nonetheless. Alright, let's go. Oh man, it's... might not be able to... Oh yeah, we can. Okay, let's go to April 1995. See, I could do a talk about those who talk about keeping the commandments and obedience and following the prophets, etc., etc. Okay, so right here, Karen Maxwell. She's an older woman, I think. She's got the pearl necklace, which became a term that I learned from a bishop in the younger singles ward when I first moved here to Utah and was abandoned by my first wife. The younger singles ward bishop told me about pearl necklaces and what they mean, and how we youth are evil and apostate for doing those. I never knew that, can't remember the name of the group. A pearl necklace. Right on the tip of my tongue, I know the song and I can't think of the name. ZZ Top, there we go. Who knew? Oh, yeah, we didn't talk about Karen, did we? Notice the prairie dress. It's the little, doily thing on the collar, and the prairie dress pattern. She's got, it's not quite 80s hair yet. It's more of the 70s hair. Thus, she's an older woman. And, love the 70s hair. This feathering up here, very nice. And here we go into the children. There's Hillary Nicole. Don't block her. She's got the frizzed from the 80s, the bangs. Notice the other ladies had the bangs, but they didn't have the wild frizz except for that one rebel hand. But hers was a modern frizzing. And low cut, I notice, but can't quite tell of the dress pattern. Women were not allowed to wear pants in the church at this time yet, and so all of the women were wearing dresses. She's got the one earring, which eventually was banned by Hinckley. And again, you notice just a base with lipstick, not too much else to clown up a woman. That's my personal belief. Women are beautiful as they are. They don't need to cover it up. And then here's the, oh, love that curl. Andrea, so cute. But again, you see the same pattern, same dress like from the other woman. And one earring, and then not too much makeup. These girls are about my age, so this is creepy. And then, yeah, this is similar to Leanne Murdoch's style at Rick's. Wow, yeah, 80s all the way. And again, she's getting a little bit wilder with more than just a modest. She's got something hanging from her ears, but pulling both sides back. And same modest makeup. And then a tight V-line, not an open V-line. And the prairie style, again, you see the doily collar and the pattern of a prairie dress, which, by the way, one growing up Mormon, that becomes totally hot for the culture. Those of you who are not from the Mormon culture, it looks weird and therefore you don't consider it hot. So like I said, women, you can't do anything to yourselves to keep men from finding you attractive. You are doomed. And so, yeah, that's basically it for the girls. I could do one for the older women with the hairstyle changes over time. But I thought it was interesting that we have more of an 80s style in 1995, but in 1996 we're modernizing a little bit more. Interesting how a year makes a different change in fashion styles. So I hope this video works out better than the other attempt I had the other day trying to record from the Salt Lake Tribune, but I just thought it was very interesting, the fashion trends of Mormon youth during this time period.